We're doing our health project on stress. So, what is stress? Stress is emotional and physical tension. Stress is your body's reaction to a challenge or demand. It can come from any event or thought that makes the person feel frustrated, angry, and nervous.
Stress and health. When someone is stressed in that moment, it could affect a person's mental and physical health. Emotional changes, anxiety, fear, anger, sadness, and frustration. Behavioral changes, irritability, less sleep, start smoking or drinking. Bodily changes, headaches, nausea, and indigestion.
Impact of stress. Stress is common all over the entire world. It is a human instinct to have stress or to be stressed out every once in a while. This is usually due to everyday things like work and school, which everyone all around the world does, so it makes sense. 51% of adults who feel stressed report feeling depressed. That is just about more than half of adults that deal with stress. 16% of those have self-harm due to stress, and 32% said they had suicidal thoughts and feelings. The number one top cause of stress around the world is money.
Call to action. Especially in this time, people are more stressed than ever, working from home, schooling from home. People cannot focus as well as they did when students were in the classroom and people were in their offices. Home distractions such as parents, kids, siblings, internet problems. Calm down, relax, go into your own room, lock the door, and focus on one thing at a time. Every 30 minutes, go take a break.
Who is affected by stress? Stress ranges from mid to late teens up to people in their 60s. Everyone is affected by stress at some point or another. Stress affects people living in high amounts of debt, financial insecurity, and minority ethnic groups.
Variation to stress. For stress, it can come in many ways. It can give you severe anxiety or it can be mild and normal. It all depends on how it happens. Financial stress or stress due to money issues would be a good example of a bad form of stress. Stress comes in many forms from many subjects. It all depends on how we view it ourselves. When stressed, do not take it out on someone else. Calm down and breathe and relax in that moment. Take a bathroom break, get some food, take a walk in order to calm down and recoup with the project you were doing.
Stress relievers. A good starter to stop stress is to stop, calm down, and relax. Stopping and relaxing is a great way to stop your stress because you're not constantly trying to work on something. Get plenty of sleep, eat healthy, don't be too hard on yourself, and build a supportive relationship with others.
What to do when stressed. Clear your head. It is always good to get things off your mind to calm down. Exercising is one of the surprisingly common ways to deal with stress. Take a break. If you are stressed, take a break from whatever you're doing. Meditating will also put some weight off your shoulders. Connect with supportive people. Rebalance your hygiene. Don't do any more things that make you feel stressed for a period of time. Talk to friends, family, or coworkers. And here we have a video about stress.
Cramming for a test? Trying to get more done than you have time to do? Stress is a feeling we all experience when we are challenged or overwhelmed. But more than just an emotion, stress is a hardwired physical response that travels throughout your entire body. In the short term, stress can be advantageous, but when activated too often or too long, your primitive fight or flight stress response not only changes your brain, but also damages many of the other organs and cells throughout your body. Your adrenal gland releases the stress hormones cortisol, epinephrine, also known as adrenaline, and norepinephrine. As these hormones travel through your bloodstream, they easily reach your blood vessels and heart. Adrenaline causes your heart to beat faster and raises your blood pressure, over time causing hypertension. Cortisol can also cause the endothelium, or inner lining of blood vessels, to not function normally. Scientists now know that this is an early step in triggering the process of atherosclerosis, or cholesterol plaque buildup in your arteries. Together, these changes increase your chances of a heart attack or stroke. When your brain senses stress, it activates your autonomic nervous system. Through this network of nerve connections, your big brain communicates stress to your enteric or intestinal nervous system. Besides causing butterflies in your stomach, this brain-gut connection can disturb the natural rhythmic contractions that move food through your gut, leading to irritable bowel syndrome, and can increase your gut's sensitivity to acid, making you more likely to feel heartburn. Via the gut's nervous system, stress can also change the composition and function of your gut bacteria, which may affect your digestive and overall health. Speaking of digestion, does chronic stress affect your waistline? Well, yes. Cortisol can increase your appetite. It tells your body to replenish your energy stores with energy-dense foods and carbs, causing you to crave comfort foods. High levels of cortisol can also cause you to put on those extra calories as visceral or deep belly fat. This type of fat doesn't just make it harder to button your pants. It is an organ that actively releases hormones and immune system chemicals called cytokines that can increase your risk of developing chronic diseases such as heart disease and insulin resistance. Meanwhile, stress hormones affect immune cells in a variety of ways. Initially, they help prepare to fight invaders and heal after injury, but chronic stress can dampen the function of some immune cells, make you more susceptible to infections, and slow the rate you heal. Want to live a long life? You may have to curb your chronic stress. That's because it has even been associated with shortened telomeres, the shoelace tip ends of chromosomes that measure a cell's age. Telomeres cap chromosomes to allow DNA to get copied every time a cell divides without damaging the cell's genetic code, and they shorten with each cell division. When telomeres become too short, a cell can no longer divide, and it dies. As if all that weren't enough, chronic stress has even more ways it can sabotage your health, including acne, hair loss, sexual dysfunction, headaches, muscle tension, difficulty concentrating, fatigue, and irritability. So, what does all this mean for you? Your life will always be filled with stressful situations, but what matters to your brain and entire body is how you respond to that stress. If you can view those situations as challenges you can control and master, rather than as threats that are insurmountable, you will perform better in the short run and stay healthy in the long run.
Where to go when stressed. If you cannot calm down and reduce your stress, there's people you can talk to and places to go to help relieve your stress. In Paramus, New Jersey, there is a stress reduction clinic that will help you reduce the stress you have. 201-835-0536 is their phone number if you or someone else cannot drive yourself there. Call call your doctor if you are overcome with stress. There will help they will help you calm down and settle the stress you have.
Stress benefits. Short-lived stress can improve alertness, performance, and boost memory. Short-term stress can increase immunity to diseases, can further motivate you to succeed, and improves cognitive function.
And here are our sources.